Today we are looking at the US energy crisis and breaking down the facts behind it. The US is producing more oil than ever before. In fact, it's pumping more oil than any country in history. But here's the twist. Despite this record-breaking production, the US still imports millions of barrels every day. Why? And how does this impact gas prices, the economy, and the push for renewable energy?
You're watching Mapped into Money TV.
Under President Joe Biden, the US placed major restrictions on oil and gas drilling. Over 625 million acres of coastal waters, including the east and west coasts, the Gulf of Mexico, and parts of Alaska, were put off limits for new offshore drilling projects. The goal? Protecting the environment and pushing clean energy. But as expected, not everyone was on board. Fast forward to 2025, and former President Donald Trump is back in the White House, promising to undo Biden's energy policies. His move? Revoking drilling bans and greenlighting new oil projects to boost domestic production.
The inflation crisis was caused by massive overspending and escalating energy prices, and that is why today I will also declare a national energy emergency. We will drill, baby, drill.
Supporters argue that increased drilling means lower gas prices and energy independence. But here's the big question. Can the US really drill its way out of oil imports? As of 2025, the US is producing a record 13.4 million barrels of oil per day, making it the largest oil producer in history. This surpasses previous projections and defies predictions that US production would plateau at 12 million barrels per day. This boom in production has been fueled by advancements in hydraulic fracturing and horizontal drilling, allowing oil companies to extract more oil from previously inaccessible reserves. Despite record production, companies like ExxonMobil, Chevron, Shell, TotalEnergies, and BP raked in nearly $173 billion in profits in 2023, thanks to high global demand and ongoing tax breaks. And yet the US still imports millions of barrels of oil per day. As of 2023, America imported around 6.48 million barrels per day, with the largest supplier being Canada. Why? Because not all oil is the same. US refineries are optimized for heavier crude, while most domestic production is of lighter crude. It's often cheaper to import than to reconfigure refineries. Another factor? The Jones Act, which mandates that goods transported between US ports must use US-built and operated ships, increasing domestic shipping costs. Combined with limited pipeline infrastructure in states like California, this makes some regions rely more on imports than domestic oil. Oil isn't just an energy source, it's a powerful political tool. Countries like Iran, Venezuela, and Russia face US and international sanctions that limit their ability to sell oil freely. These restrictions impact global supply and can drive up prices. Meanwhile, oil-rich nations often use their reserves as leverage in diplomatic conflicts, shaping international relations through energy policies. Fracking has transformed US oil production, turning previously unreachable reserves into highly productive wells. Before hydraulic fracturing and horizontal drilling, US oil production hovered around 5 million barrels per day. Today, thanks to these breakthroughs, production has soared past 13 million barrels per day. This has reduced reliance on imports and turned the US into a major oil exporter, fundamentally shifting global energy dynamics. But oil prices remain volatile, influenced by geopolitical tensions, production shifts, and financial speculation. January 2025 saw prices dip after Trump's pro-drilling stance, but future trends remain uncertain as global demand and supply fluctuate. Now let's talk about Trump and Elon Musk. Musk, a strong advocate for clean energy, has had a complicated relationship with Trump. While Musk champions renewables and electric vehicles, Trump prioritizes fossil fuels and deregulation. Despite their differences, Musk's companies continue expanding in solar, battery storage, and EV infrastructure. So, where does that leave us? Will the US embrace an energy mix that includes both expanded oil production and green energy innovation? What do you think? Should America double down on oil production or accelerate the transition to renewables? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into energy, policy, and the future of global markets.